So last week, I'm sure by now, if you watch sports at all, you've seen the incident with Shannon Sharpe at the Lakers game against the Grizzlies. He had some words, one of the Grizzly players, they went back and forth, and it got turned into a shouting match. Shannon got off the bench. Security came out. He got into it with, it looked like he was getting into it with Ja Morant's dad, and he got escorted out the arena, I think, or at least away from the court temporarily. Then he came back, finished the game. Him and T. Morant hugged it out. Everything appeared to be good, but um, Shannon has always been one of a strong voice against fans who, I guess, cross the line with players. He said just, I think, last year, maybe the year before last, he had a segment where he talked about that people think just because they pay their money to get a ticket that they can do and say whatever they want at the game. And so just want to run this by you all, first of all, and just ask, do you think that Shannon Sharpe should have been thrown out of the arena for coming onto the court and having the back and forth to the point that where people had to be restrained?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't go to a game and act like that. I mean, it was funny and it was entertaining and everything else, but in the seriousness of it all, if you wasn't Shannon Sharpe, you probably would have been escorted out, banned from the arena, or probably arrested. I mean, what makes all this so bad is you didn't only talk out against, which he did, he talked out against what he did very loudly, very proudly, and say, "Oh, fans shouldn't do this, fans shouldn't do that. They shouldn't. They think they're part of the show, and they gonna have to respect the athletes on the court because they men at the end of the day, and all this and that." And then you go and do the very thing that you talked out against, and it could have gotten really bad because if people hadn't intervened and he would have tried to stand on some of the shit he was talking about, he would have been let go off of that network that same night. Now, of course, you can do his podcast and make some money, but that 3 million or 4 million or whatever he get in a year, that bag would have been gone. All because of nonsense. And let alone you throw a punch and knock somebody out, which is very possible. And you know how much you gonna get sued for then. Everybody knows exactly what you did because they looked at it. It's gonna be played millions and millions of times. You know, it was just a bad look from somebody who spoke against that. Now I understand you want to be a man and and they don't let nobody walk up on you and don't hit nobody and this and that. And I can understand being passionate about sports, but you yelling out at Dylan Brooks talking about he too small to guard LeBron and all that when he was doing a good job on him, you shouldn't say nothing to that man because you're not a part of the show. And he did that, and it almost got bad quick because it wasn't Dylan Brooks. It was Steven Adams ran up on him, and who knows? He may just be a basketball player, but he may be a boxer. He may be a karate man. These guys come from these other countries and everything, man. Who knows? They can know a lot of things. And either way, let's say you do get the best end of it. You hit that man and you knock him out. How much you think he gonna sue you for? Everybody in America saw you do it.
Right.
So yeah, I just think it was bad look. I thought that it was unnecessary, and I thought that if the rules had been the same for anybody else, they'd have been thrown out the arena.
Yeah. Okay. And welcome on Eminem. What's up, Eminem?
Hey, what's going on?
All
What's up,
right.
Em?
What's up,
All right.
cuz?
Buck,
So,
what are your thoughts about it, man? Double standard for Shannon Sharpe being allowed to stay at the game?
Why, certainly. I mean, he got away with it. I mean, they escorted the guys. I mean, yeah, it was a shouting match, but if that would have been one of us, we'd have been thrown out of the stadium, banned from the stadium. We know how it would have ended for us, but for him, since he's a TV personality or whatnot, he kind of got a pass. Now, yeah, he did get online. He got on TV and apologized for what he did. He was out of line. He knew he was out of line. This is something that he spoke against, and then he ended up being a part of it by doing the same thing that he spoke against. And now I do accept his apology as far as that goes, but you have to be mindful of what you're doing.
He was made to
Do what?
apologize. He was made to apologize.
Oh, of course.
If he didn't apologize, he
oh yeah, no doubt.
for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
It was a thorough
in all
apology,
honesty,
though. He went through and he
it was
apologized to
very thorough.
everybody. So even if he didn't
There-
write it, but they
you know,
made
the-
sure they cover all the bases.
Yeah, but the bottom line of it is that this is something that he should not have done, especially since this is something that you spoke so eloquently about. I mean, I get it. I mean, everybody gets heated from time to time, and none of us are perfect. I get that. But especially something that you spoke so eloquently about, and then you end up being a part of something that was really just childish.
Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.